Nicki Shields, and we're here at the BMW UK headquarters in Farnborough for the fourth and final episode. Now, if you have been watching, you'll know that we've been getting under the bonnet of the brand new BMW 5 Series, which is a car that has just won the What Car of the Year 2017. Very exciting stuff, and I'm also pleased to say that I'm joined by Dan, our BMW genius. Dan, for those watching at the moment, what is a BMW genius?
A genius is a person who you find in a BMW centre. They'll know everything you need to know about a BMW. They can help find a BMW that best suits you. If you've got any query with technologies, if you need to understand xDrive or what high performance is, these are the people to speak to. They're not salespeople, so there's no pressure.
A man that knows a thing or two about BMWs, let's just say that. Now we've got to introduce the two gorgeous cars. Well, one is gorgeous. We're not sure about the other one yet, that are right behind us. This, of course, is the 530e i-Performance M Sport car. Behind us, I don't know what it is. Dan, I think it's time. Well, I might have an inkling or two, but I'm not going to give it away because I think we should put it down to you to please reveal, whip that black cloak away and reveal what is lying underneath.
You ready?
Yes, take it away. Oh, beautifully done there, Dan. Wow. Now, this is a car that a lot of people have been waiting to see. It is, of course, the brand new BMW 5 Series touring model. And just look at it, isn't it amazing? This is a real exclusive. No one has seen this car yet. Isn't it amazing?
Brilliant, isn't it? Great
fresh out of the factory.
Yeah, really fresh out of the factory. Nobody's seen it yet.
Now, just a recap of what we've been doing in this series. This is our fourth episode, but before now, we've been doing a bit of an overview of the 5 Series. We've also gone into a little bit of detail on the design of the car, and in our last episode, we looked at the innovation and technology. If you missed any of those, don't worry, because you can go to the BMW UK Facebook page and watch all of those back. But today, it's probably the most important for me, probably the most important for you. It's really the reason why I think we all love BMWs so much. We all share that in common, is because we love how it drives. So today is all going to be about the driving dynamics. Now, has the new 5 Series maintained all of those features that make the 5 Series so fun to drive?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the main features is the 50-50 weight distribution. Having rear-wheel drive stand as well makes the car really dynamic. BMW, for every car, chooses the optimal drivetrain setup. Like all the previous generation 5 Series, that's been rear-wheel drive, so nothing's changed here, so we've still got a really exciting car.
Fantastic. Now, tell me a little bit more about the rear-wheel drive that I know we both love.
Yeah, when you couple that with 50-50 weight distribution, you get a really well-balanced chassis, and it feels like the car sort of wraps around you. You really do feel in command and at one with the machine. I suppose, you know, our aim is to make the ultimate driving machine, so in the 5 Series, this is the best setup. It's fantastic to drive. It
Good.
Really is.
Now, as well as the rear-wheel drive, this actually also comes as an all-wheel drive, which BMW used the term xDrive. Just explain to us what that actually means, xDrive.
xDrive is a system that drives all 4 wheels, and it can distribute power within a tenth of a second to either axle, and up to 100% of the power as well. Now, the great thing about xDrive on the 5 Series is this is the first time we've been able to do it in the UK. So really great that we're able to offer that now. So you've really got the security in all weather conditions.
And have you had the opportunity to test drive it? Because I have, and it is amazing.
It's brilliant, isn't it? It really works well, yeah. Yeah, it does.
The other thing that's brilliant about this car is the steering. You know, you always feel so connected to the road with the steering. Tell us, is it more advanced in the new 5 Series?
Yeah, I mean, as you say, the steering in any BMW is always full of feedback and a really nice weighting to it. That's compared with comfort as well, if you do longer journeys, which the 5 Series is likely to be doing. But yeah, you're right, the 5 Series does have a technology that's class leading. It's integral active steering. So as you make normal steering inputs with the front axle, the rear axle automatically will turn with or turn against the front axle, and that depends on your speed. So say at low speed, having the rear axle turn against means that the car feels like it's on a shorter wheelbase. Yeah. And that means it feels a lot more agile, helps with parking, definitely helps with navigating around multi-storey car parks that are quite tight, because the whole car sort of turns with you.
We all need help in those multi-storey car parks. Yeah, definitely I do.
And at high speed, you've got that extra stability, so you've got a bonus at every speed.
Really so with the you've got active steering. What about the active suspension?
Yeah, there's an adaptive suspension option, and that works with the driving modes. So in comfort and sport, the adaptive dampers change in their firmness. So that helps the car deliver a more sporty feel and really a lot more feedback to the driver in sport, so you can really exploit the grip if you wished. It's a great system to just have the combination really, and it brings in the new adaptive mode on the drive performance control, which we've seen in the 7 Series only yet. Now that works out how you're driving, so if you are driving in a more spirited manner, it will firm the dampers, sharpen the throttle response. Even the automatic gearbox will be a few gears lower, so you've got optimal revs for acceleration.
So it responds to your driving style?
Yeah, so if you're more sedate, it will be more sedate with you. So works really well again.
Now, it's very clever inside and outside of the car, but can we talk about the actual, the twin power turbo engines? Something that a lot of the 5 Series feature.
Yeah, every 5 Series will feature that. In fact, every BMW now features a twin power turbo engine. And the main benefit there is all the power and drivability that you'd expect from a BMW, but the efficiency element that you may not expect with that amount of power it can deliver. And that, coupled with high precision direct injection, Valvetronic and Vanos, means you've got all the efficiency, loads of low-end power, torque, which is a real crucial thing for the road. And then if you do exploit the rest of the rev range, there's loads of power.
That's what we like to hear. Now, talking of power, we've also, which you can see here because of this power charge, it's iPerformance, which is what BMW refer to as their hybrid electric plug-in vehicle. What are the actual benefits of being able to plug your car in and getting electric power?
The benefits from electric power are quite obvious if you're buying through a business, because that means your CO2 and fuel consumption is improved massively. This car emits less than 50 grams per kilometre of CO2, so if you're benefiting kind tax, that's the lowest bracket currently available, which is fantastic.
And you can sleep easy at night, knowing you're doing something for the environment.
Yeah, exactly. But as you know from your experience, an electric motor and a combustion engine, well, that's a great
it's a great combination
pairing, isn't it?
for going fast. 100% torque. And I mean, how many miles can you get out on the pure electric range?
Pure electric will be about 29 miles, so it's ideal for city driving if you want to run emission-free, or even say a work commute, maybe the office and home, for instance. You could do that purely electrically because it can drive at motorway speeds.
That's perfect. Mode. And how long would it take you to charge up to get that 29 miles?
On a 3-pin main socket, only a few hours to top it up. So,
wow, that's very impressive. Now, we should also talk about this car, the very new touring model. Similar features, but obviously visually quite different, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, as we've discussed in the previous episodes, all the features in the 5 Series and its drivability, the touring has as well, but from the rear door really back, that's where it differs in the body. It's a lot more practical than the saloon, not that the saloon was ever impractical, the boot is enormous. In here you get 570 litres of space.
How many litres? 570?
If you drop the rear seats, that expands to 1,700 litres of luggage space.
Gosh, well, you could pretty much live in there, couldn't you? Small family.
You could, yeah. It'd be ideal, wouldn't it?
Do you take your surfboards out? Are you a surfer? No, you're more of a golfer, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And how do we actually get in? Because I was playing around with this earlier.
That's right, you found that, yeah.
I love the fact that you can just pop the rear window to have a look into.
It's really handy for just
so
dropping
easy for your shopping.
Luggage in. And this blind is electronically controlled as well. So as you might notice, as that opened, then will close again for privacy when you shut it.
And then let's see it in its full glory. We should do it justice.
Yeah. So the powered tailgate is standard on the touring model, as is the window that opens there.
Just look at it. I can sleep in there.
And these parcel shelves can actually be stored under here quite happily. So it means it doesn't need to clutter your house.
Very nifty. That's what we like to hear. We don't like clutter in our house.
No.
Brilliant.
If we should see with the back seats down as well, really, that 1,700 litres is enormous. And if we just flick the switch here, they'll drop down nice and easy.
I was not expecting you to do that. That is genius, because getting the back seats down, it's not that easy sometimes. No. It's really inconvenient. But just the touch of a button.
You use that, the shelves just slip out quite nicely.
And then once again,
and that's it.
The touch of a button, it
Yeah.
goes back down. Well, Dan, thank you very much for giving us a bit of an insight there into the new touring model. We've actually had some questions because obviously we are live on Facebook. Thank you very much for all the questions that we've had. I will quiz you. See, we're still trying to catch Dan out, by the way. Turns out he is a genius, but there are 4 more questions to come, so we might catch him out. Now, Jordan Stewart, thank you for your question. He wants to know, do we have an 8-speed auto again or the 3-litre engine?
Yeah, every 5 Series will have the 8-speed automatic gearbox, even a 3-litre engine. So, yeah.
So thumbs up for you, Jordan. Good news. Tony Lloyd wants to know, when is the new brochure coming out?
That's
Always
available.
important.
Yeah, it's important. That's available now, actually. That's if you go to the 5 Series page on our website, you'll be able to download it there, and that should contain all the information and price list that you should need.
Fantastic. Now, someone else has asked, when can I take a test drive in the new BMW 5 Series?
You can test drive the saloon now. That's in the retailers. The iPerformance model should be from March, and we expect the touring in June to test drive.
So just a few months to
just
wait.
a few months.
Oh, exciting. And then final question, if I want to book a BMW Genius session, chat to Dan, how can I go about doing that?
Again, on our website, on the home page, there'll be a banner in the middle. If you click that, it'll take you through to the booking system. You'll be able to speak one-to-one with me or one of my colleagues, and we can have a walk around the car, discuss any questions or queries you may have, and work out what might be the best 5 Series for you. And if you felt so inclined, you could go to retail online and actually order the car there and then.
Gosh, is that a new service then that BMW are offering, that you can actually buy the car online?
That's right.
You don't even need to go into a showroom.
Don't need to leave your sofa. Don't even need to leave yourself to talk to me or any genius. So, yeah,
So probably
really
don't do it after you've had a glass of wine.
No.
Now, thank you very much, Dan. It has been a real treat chatting to you over the last 4 episodes. If you do want to catch up with any of them, they will all be available on the BMW UK Facebook page. Just one final time, if people have questions, you know, how do they find out about the latest models coming to BMW Genius to you? Any other ways that they can do it?
Yeah, so come to our one-to-one sessions, go into your retailers. You know, every retailer will have a Genius. Of course, our website as a hub of information, and of course our Facebook page as well. As
Absolutely.
seeing this.
Fantastic. Well, Dan, it's been a pleasure.
Thank
I've
you,
enjoyed
too.
it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Make sure you get those test drives booked in, because of course they will get booked up in advance. And we'll see you again next time. Thank you. Got the keys?
Shall we go?
Let's go.